Hey YouTube, this is Alexander, and it's been quite some time since I've given you all a tour of my Nexus XP, and I recently changed things up a bit, so I thought I'd go ahead and share. By the way, pretty much everything that I mentioned, videos and apps, will be linked down below, so make sure to check that out in the description if you're looking for something. Anyway, this is what's on my Android Nexus XP edition. Let's take a look. So as you may or may not know, I don't usually have a case on my devices, but when I'm out and about and I feel like I might need some extra protection or grip, I use this case from Bear Motion. It's got a really nice sandstone-like texture, which helps a lot with grip, and it does a good job of guarding against minor scratches to the back of my 6P. If you want more info though, I do have a review and I'll leave that link down below. Now taking a look at my actual setup, you'll notice that it's fairly minimal. There really isn't a lot going on here. I decided to switch back to Nova Launcher, and I've also got a Zooper widget up top showing me the current date, which is useful for me since I often forget, and it balances out the look of the home screen. The Zooper widget is Vico 8 from the Vico Zooper Widget Skin Pack, and down below you'll notice my apps in the dock. Now the icon pack I'm using is Fix, and I decided to go with Fix since it not only covers pretty much all of my app icons, but I also really like the material design look that they have to them. Now getting back to the dock though, you'll notice 5 icons and no app drawer in sight, and that's because I got a few gestures set up to take care of that, but more on that in a bit. My dock features my most used apps, which include Pokemon Go, Instagram, Allo, which I am still using and I actually really like. I just hope that they add a couple more things in the future. If you want to see my full video though on Allo, I'll leave a link to it. I've also got Relay, which is a Reddit client that I've come to enjoy using every day. The app has some beautiful transitions, theme options, and plenty of settings to customize it the way you like. And the last app I've got in the first dock is Phoenix. Now Phoenix is a Twitter client that I was using for a long time, then I switched to Flamingo for a while, but it started to feel a little heavy and a little loaded, so I wanted something a bit more simple, so Phoenix has come back. Since I've mentioned Phoenix before, I won't spend too much time here, but it's a pretty lightweight Twitter client with a host of useful options, including the ability to customize the appearance, mess around with syncing and notification options, and change the layout of the app. I do wish I'd included a little bit more material design elements, but overall it's a solid app. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is only the first dock page. Part of the trick to this home screen is having multiple dock pages for some other recently used apps, which allows for easy access to them while still maintaining a pretty minimal look. Swiping over, we'll see other frequently used apps like Google+, Snapchat, Chrome, Camera, and Pocket Cast, which is a beautiful app for podcast listening. I've been using it for a while now, and it's definitely one of my first apps installed on any new device. It features a beautiful material design with slick animations, tons of podcasts to browse and try out, and a handful of settings including syncing, auto deletion of played podcast episodes, and a light and dark theme. It's a podcast app that I can't recommend enough if you're looking for one. Swiping over to the last dock page, we'll see some other apps including Duo, which is a stupid simple video chat service from Google, which I took a look at a while ago, SoundCloud for listening to music, YouTube for watching videos of course, the Play Store, and TickTick, which is a tasks app, one that I was using a while ago then deleted and have recently re-downloaded. TickTick allows me to write in tasks that I need to get done by a certain time and date with reminders. I can also create multiple lists, which is useful for my different classes in YouTube, and it even offers a good amount of settings like an assortment of themes and the option to secure the app with a pattern lock for some extra privacy. There's a ton more options, but overall TickTick is a super useful and beautiful tasks app. Now getting back to those gestures I mentioned a while ago, a really awesome thing about the Pro version of Nova Launcher is the ability to add gestures. So a swipe down gets me to my notifications or quick toggles pretty easily, a swipe up gets me to Google Now, and a double tap gets me to the app drawer. Speaking of which, let's take a look in there. So up top I've got 9gag, which is basically a repository of memes and GIFs of all sorts. I've also got Amazon Kindle for a couple school books, and Backdrops, which is an amazing wallpaper app. It has a beautiful and easy to navigate UI with some very nice wallpapers. I'd highly recommend it if you're looking for some cool wallpapers. There's also Cabinet, which is no longer in the Play Store oddly enough, which I use for file management sometimes. Then scrolling a bit lower is Dropbox and a super cool app named Go Extender. So when I found this I was super excited. This is a must-have app when I play Pokemon Go, since it easily allows me to have the screen off while playing, but still allows me to be running it in the background to hatch eggs, get candy from my buddy, and be notified when there's something nearby. It's a super awesome app, and since I go on my walks pretty much every night, I can just open up Pogo, put my phone in my pocket, and not worry about things being pressed since the screen is off, but it's still actually running. Now I've also got Lyft, PayPal, and the Fix icon pack. Fix has a very nice UI and sports some beautiful wallpapers and icons, and although it doesn't get all of my icons, it comes pretty close. I also have Polyforge, which is a pretty interesting and challenging game that I may feature in an upcoming TGIF video. I've also got Pushbullet, which I've mentioned like a million times now throughout this series, but it basically lets you quickly transfer files, links, and text from one device to another, whether it be a smartphone, tablet, or computer. It just comes in super handy for me whenever I need to post a picture to Instagram that I've just edited on my computer, since I can just easily transfer it over. There's also Remote Desktop, which allows me to control my computer from my phone, Studio for tracking my YouTube analytics, and just a few others. Anyway, that was a tour of my Nexus 6P for the end of September. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you have any questions, make sure to leave a comment down below, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.